Why do I need marketing and where do I start? In this video, I want to share with you something that came up while I was talking to my really good friend Lily. She is in a place where she is changing careers and she doesn't know what she wants to do, but she wants to start a business that's very meaningful, that has impact in this world. And when I talk to her about marketing, I feel like right away there's this element of, oh, well, that's all about making money, being salesy and being pushy with aggressive with sales and money. And what I tried to explain to her is actually marketing is more than that. Yes, the big businesses have really made marketing into this like money-making, revenue-focused, profits-focused thing. But fundamentally, what marketing really is getting your message out. So when I explained to her, hey, so you have this message that you want to share, how would you get that message out if you don't do marketing? Jesus is one of the most amazing marketers of all time. So marketing does not mean making money. Ways to make money. That's not the definition of marketing. It's really fundamentally comes down to what message do you want to get out to the world. So marketing can range from you selling a product or service, you sharing the gospel, you sharing about your opinions about a political election, you on a college campus promoting your club. It could range in so many different levels, and not all of them are really money driven. Most of them are actually cause driven. And so I wanted to emphasize that marketing really at the root is sharing the message and sharing your cause to the world. So now that we've established that, I really wanted to take a few moments to go over how I would get started with marketing. If I were starting from ground zero, I have a cause that's on my heart, what do I do next? And what I would do next is, number one, I would figure out what my brand is. And one resource I'd like to share with you that I think could be very useful and helpful and very inexpensive is Mike Kim's brand new Bootcamp. And in this Bootcamp, it'll walk you through who you're serving, what breaks your heart, what pisses you off. It'll really walk you through all the steps on how to identify what those things are for your situation and for your cause. Number two, I would have a simple two-step funnel. I know, don't get overwhelmed. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to accomplish this. A simple two-step funnel accomplishes two things. It lets people know what it is that you're doing and why, and it has an option to be able to collect a name and email address in exchange for something that you're gonna give them of value. Non-monetary, just a free gift, something to help them based on your cause. Those are the two things that the two-step funnel would do for you. And this is how I would get that funnel set up. There's three ways to get this set up. One, you build it out yourself. I know, it sounds really intimidating, but I would just choose one platform and I would highly recommend ClickFunnels. So go to ClickFunnels, you can find a ClickFunnels template, start with the template, switch out the text, switch out the pictures, and voila, you've got yourself a funnel. And more than that, you know what it takes to build a funnel. So as you grow and you start to hire, you now have clarity as to what you need, who you need on your team, and just not being completely in the dark of how everything runs. You have some understanding of it. You know, I've heard stories about how the owners or high managers, executives of McDonald's have taken the time to, do the job of making the French fries, of making the burgers. And by doing that, they clearly understand the process that it takes and they're able to manage and run their business even better. So the stories like that really inspire me to think, it's going to be hard, but it's worth the investment to figure some of this stuff out. Option number two, if you absolutely cannot figure out how to build this funnel on your own, the next best option is to find a really good marketing agency. And if you need some tips on that, please go check out my video, What to Ask When You're Interviewing a Marketing Agency from an Actual Marketing Agency. That'll give you a really good starting point in making sure you hire the right agency for your team. And by doing that, they will do the design, they will do the build out, they'll do all the integration, they'll take care of everything for you. It may cost between $1,000 to $5,000 for a 2-step funnel. Keep in mind the cost, but if that's something that you're willing to say, hey, that is worth spending to save me 10 hours of my time figuring this out, then absolutely, that would be a great option for you. And the third option is a hybrid of the two. I would recommend hiring a coach. So you can easily hire a coach that will range between $50 to $500 a month, where you can have group coaching calls where you can actually ask questions, tell them where you're stuck, get some guidance on how to get to the next level, and get that expert feedback. And then you go to sources like Fiverr, Upwork, or onlinejobs.ph, and you hire someone who can then design, build, and execute your funnel. That could be an also fairly inexpensive way to execute your funnel and do it the right way. And I also have some information about my group coaching program if you are interested, so please check out the link below for that. In conclusion, I hope I've gotten across that marketing is not just a money-making thing, that it actually is more of spreading your message to the world. And if this is something that you feel you need for what you're working on now, I highly recommend you get started with the 2 things I talked about today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, or comment below. Thanks so much. Did the slide just show up in the... Gotten across that